dependent on the Department of Education regarding this matter?
Madam Chair, if I may.
Go ahead.
The answer is actually not acceptable. Because if there is no policy, so ang ibig sabihin, halimbawa ito yung sa department, I'll be asking this during the Department of Education sa budget hearing. And so sa transport vehicle, sabi niya sa PCSO lang. And ang katunayan pala, wala silang policy. So ang tanong kung sinong pipili. So he's saying that he's augmenting to PCSO. Is he saying that PCSO decides who will be given? Then they just supply those patient transport vehicle, Madam Chair. Yun lang Madam Chair, I'm asking for policy. And ngayon malinaw, wala para silang policy. Naiipit yung boss niya. Hindi na sagot Sabi meron, kayo sa kanya wala. So, dito na lang Madam Chair, para hindi tayo hahaba. Yung hiningi ko, isubmit. Then I end here, Madam Chair. Thank you. So others will be given opportunity to ask. Would like to go to the briefer that PAGCOR had presented earlier, especially those on accomplishments of e-learning. That's why I asked the gentleman earlier if he could speak louder because I was not able to hear. If they have I will be asking data later, Madam Chair. I will go back to him. And of course, again, going back, PAGCOR flagship project, mentioned earlier, if they have guidelines already, criteria for choosing beneficiaries. And I also saw and read their relief operations for calamities, their guidelines and process. And the patient transport vehicle, their criteria and guidelines and how was it distributed, because I saw already in the social media that they start distributing already. And may I know if it was allocated to Luzon, Visayas, in the Mindanao equally, depending on their guidelines, Madam Chair. Can I get the assurance and data from PAGCOR, Madam Chair?
Madam Chair, can I answer?
Yes, go ahead, Chairman
Congressman
Emano.
First, with regard to the infrastructure projects that you have mentioned, PAGCOR does not have an engineering group. That is why we had signed a memorandum of agreement.
Madam Chair, I'm sorry, I was not asking for engineering groups on how they implement projects. If they have the criteria to give these projects to, Madam Chair, so other members will be able to apply, local governments will be able to apply for the education of everybody present, Madam Chair.
Yes, ang sinasabi ko po, kami po ay nakipag-ugnayan for the classrooms, Congressman Emano. We have coordinated and signed with the Department of Education. Senator Sani Angara is one of the signatories together. Ang mag-implement po kasi, Congressman Emano, ay DPWH. So, ang input po nung sa school buildings, kinukuha po namin sa DepEd para malaman namin kung talagang in dire need po. Kasi po, for budget for 2025, 125 school buildings lang po ang kayang ma-fund ng PAGCOR. So, we are getting such from the Department of Education, and at the same time, we are getting letter requests. And amin pong pinapacheck sa aming department, yung aming social responsibility group, kung talagang nararapat at nangangailangan talaga ng mga eskwelahan, e-learning centers, wellness centers, and socio-civic centers po. So, yung po ang
Madam Chair, I'll go back to that question later. I thank the good chairman. But actually, until now, it's not clear if they have a policy, if they have a guideline. What he answered was he signed a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Education. I'll get back to that later, Madam Chair, after the policy questions, just hoping that I will be given a copy if they have a policy guideline, Madam Chair.
Yeah, we will give you a... can I answer?
Yeah,
we will give you po yung policy guideline natin. But sa school buildings po, umaasa po kami sa tulong ng Department of Education talaga. Sila po, dun sa Memorandum of Understanding po namin, specific po yon na sila ang katulong namin sa pag-identify. Ang amin lang po kasi, Congressman Imano, is kami ang magpopondo.
I understand, Madam Chair. That's why I'm asking because, example, on that memorandum of agreement, is it based on the Department of Education's red list? They have this different kinds of color according to priorities. Are these areas supposed to, are the classrooms supposedly be given? Is it under the policy that it will be given to GIDA areas? So that's what I'm asking, which I hope will be answered later, Madam Chair. I'll just have two policy questions, then hopefully I can go back to the documents that I'm asking, Madam Chair. If that would be okay to the good chairman also, Madam Chair.
Actually, with your nudge, I'm ready to answer. Meron pong short list on DepEd na hinanda po sa amin. Yung po daw yung talagang kailangan ng classrooms around the Philippines. And if you were asking earlier, saan ba dinadala yan? Sa Luzon lang ba yan? Hindi po. We are trying to make sure na all the regions, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, ay mapagkalooban po nung mga project na yun.
Okay, like if he's so ready, Madam Chair, the good chairman is so ready, may know how many percentage were given to Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao?
Sa ngayon po, wala pa pong naibibigay. Nasa DPWH na po, we have a list, I think, of the first 15, if I'm not mistaken. And DPWH po, I'm sorry, I'll just answer the question. 15 po, at nandun na po for evaluation na rin yung mga sites ng DPWH. So, to answer Congressman Imano, wala pa pong tinatayo. Nasa evaluation po ng DPWH ngayon yung mga sites na in-endorse na sa amin at sila po ang nag-aaral kung tama nga po at magkakasya po ba yung eskwelahan na yun doon naman sa mga sites na ibinigay ng DepEd sa amin.
Yeah, I think what the good chairman is saying, Madam Chair, is that will be for the 2025 or 2026.
2025 po, Congressman.
For 2024, Madam Chair, then possibly they would have that list already, has been implemented already. The year has passed.
We, Madam Chair, can I answer? Congressman Emano, this is the first year that we will be implementing these infrastructure projects, primarily because upon advice of the Commission of Audit, tinapos po muna yung majority of the projects that were left behind na hindi natapos nung nakarang administrasyon. So, nung napas na po namin yung hinihiling sa amin ng COA na 70% ay matapos na namin, kaya doon na po kami nag-umpisang makipag-ugnayan sa Department of Education, gayon din po sa DPWH. So, for your information, Congressman Emano, wala pong naging infrastructure projects ang PAGCOR noong 2024, and it is only in 2025 that we will be implementing the construction of our infrastructure projects.
So, meaning, Madam Chair, they have not yet started for 2025, or they have implemented already and they have that 15 for additional for implementation po?
Madam Chair, if I may answer. We have not started, Congressman Imano. As I had mentioned, DPWH now is studying and finalizing the locations. They have already called the attention of the different regions and districts. And now I was told the other day that they are already going to start the soil testing na po nung mga sites na napili po. If I'm not mistaken, 15 po yung first batch na mauuna po.
Yeah, may we know the first 15,
I'm
Madam
sorry,
Chair?
13 po.
13?
13 pala. Nakakalat po ito sa NCR, Region 3, Region 4, Region 8, at Region 11. Yung 12 po.
Can we identify those areas, Madam Chair?
Leyte,
Because when we go to budget hearing, Madam Chair, every representative is representing a province. So it must be specific, not by region, Madam Chair. Like Region 10, where I am from. Is it from Lanao, Camiguin, Bukidnon, Lanao del Sur, Lanao del Norte, Misamis Occidental?
sa Region 11 po, Davao del Sur, Digos. Sa Region 8 po, sa Leyte, Ormoc. Sa Region 4, sa Province of Quezon. Sa Region 3 po, probinsya ng Tarlac, probinsya po ng Pampanga. Sa NCR po, sa Caloocan City, sapagkat ito po ay priority project na ni-name. And then, meron din po sa Palawan, meron po sa Nueva Ecija, at meron po sa Cagayan de Oro.
And may we know how many are given to the islands of Mindanao, vis-a-vis Visayas and Luzon, Madam Chair?
I will have to tabulate,
That's
Congressman.
what I'm asking, Madam Chair, because last year I asked the same question. Every time I'm given opportunity to join committee hearings, especially budget hearings, I asked the secretaries, the chairman, to have it divided already per island province, and hopefully we'll be able to identify and know. Same question, Madam Chair, for the patient transport vehicle. They had been distributing already. I saw also on the social media. May we know if they have already
We have released 42, if I believe I am right. Actually, Madam
Yes,
Chair.
yes,
I'd like to
DS.
answer Congressman Emano.
Opo.
Opo. 42 na po yung nadi-distribute. 44, sorry. And we continue to distribute based on coordination with PCSO because the mandate of the President is bawat munisipyo po at bawat syudad at bawat probinsya ay magkaroon ng patient transport vehicle. So ang inuuna po ng PAGCOR in support and in coordination with PCSO ay yung pong wala pang natatanggap sa pangkasalukuyan na nagmumula sa PCSO. Yung amin po, Congressman Emano, ay to augment yung sa PCSO dahil madami po ang request doon. Ang totoo po we are donating to them close to 75 units. Sila na po ang magpapamigay. So following the mandate of the President, ang pinauuna lang pong mabigyan ay yung mga wala pang natanggap kahit isang unit pa lamang na patient transport vehicle. And then,
Madam Chair, is that the policy?
well, that is,
Yung hindi pa nakakatanggap? Because I beg to disagree, Madam Chair, because in the province of Misamis Oriental, I saw that they had given a municipality, a city, which already was able to receive from PCSO. So, nadoble na yon. Kaya hindi yung policy What I'm asking our policy, written policy, Madam Chair.
I will have, sorry, Madam Chair, we will have to check the information you're saying, but as far as I know, that is the policy that we are, internal policy.
Is that a written
in
policy,
coordination.
Madam Chair? I want a written policy,
Well,
not verbal, Madam Chair. That's what I was hoping, that it will be submitted, the written policy, if there are guidelines, Madam Chair, so that we will be able to understand on how they identify the beneficiaries of the resources and the equipments that PAGCOR are in possession, Madam Chair.
DS, if I may summarize the requests for both the classroom build-out and the patient transport vehicles, pwede po ba kaming makahingi sa PAGCOR kung meron pong written guidelines as to how requests will be handled, as well as in terms of identification of the beneficiaries, and kung meron din po tayong accomplishment report share na pwede po nating ma-furnish sa mga miyembro ng komite patungkol po dun sa mga nabigyan ng classrooms, nabigyan ng patient transport vehicles nito po mga nakaraang taon hanggang 2025.
Opo, doon po sa patient transport vehicle, ngayon lang din po nagbibigay ang PAGCOR. So, in the past, 22, 23, 24, wala
Madam
po.
Chair,
So, I'm sorry.
Well, I really understand that some of the programs are implemented for 2025 only. What we're asking is a written policy guideline.
Madam Chair,
And hopefully submitted, Madam Chair, in my watch, it's 12:15. Hopefully by 3 o'clock, Madam Chair, before they leave, so I can actually register for the second round and ask regarding the policy and guidelines, Madam Chair.
We ask
I will have to call the office and check.
Madam
They
Chair,
can send it right now.
I thought this is a budget hearing. And supposedly, how many people are there at the back of the good chairman? And yet they have to submit and they have to call the office.
No, I just want, Madam Chair, if, Congressman Imano, all I'm saying is, because the policy is not actually a written policy.
See
So,
there, it's
Be-
not a
like
written
as
policy.
I said, for the Department of Education, we are getting the information from them. So, kami po ay funder lamang. Sila po kasi ang may expertise as to where those classrooms should be constructed.
So just to understand po, Chair Tenko, so ibig sabihin po, pag may request na nag-emanate from LGUs or from different sources, hindi po tumatanggap yung PAGCOR
Hindi,
diretso na request.
tinatanggap po namin, but we refer it to the Department of Education. Kaya po meron silang binibigay sa amin na tinatawag na short list.
So
yung
lahat po ng request na
kasi
dumadating sa
ang
inyo.
gusto po namin talaga, at ito po naman yung naging request din dito ng mga congressman dati, maging makarating po ito maski sa malalayong mga lugar. Kaya wala naman po kaming kakayahan at hindi namin alam kung sino yung ilan yung pagkukulang ng mga classroom. So, we are dependent on the Department of Education regarding this matter.
Madam Chair, if I may.
Go ahead.
The answer is actually not acceptable. Because if there is no policy, so ang ibig sabihin, halimbawa ito yung sa department, I'll be asking this during the Department of Education sa budget hearing. And so sa transport vehicle, sabi niya sa PCSO lang. And ang katunayan pala, wala silang policy. So ang tanong kung sinong pipili. So he's saying that he's augmenting to PCSO. Is he saying that PCSO decides who will be given? Then they just supply those patient transport vehicle, Madam Chair. Yun lang Madam Chair, I'm asking for policy. And ngayon, malinaw, wala pa na silang policy. I don't know which is which already, Madam Chair.
So as I mentioned, we are dependent for classrooms on Department of Education. For others, they have for the wellness center or socio-civic. Kasi limited po rin yung budget namin for these infrastructure projects. So hindi kamukha sa classrooms. We can school buildings. Ang budget po namin is only 100 for 125 school buildings. Yung hanggang doon lang po ang kaya namin ibigay. Sa transport vehicles po, ang kaya lang po namin ipagkaloob 200 lang po. So we are really coordinating with PCSO regarding the PTVs. Tapos, tama po kayo, may mga sumusulat din sa amin na pag in-assess naman namin at malalayong lugar at kailangan, pinagkakalooban po namin. Pero as to whether we have a specific guideline, I'll be very honest, wala po kaming specific guideline. We are dependent on the other. Parang kami po kasi augmentation lamang. So, Department of Education, padadalang kami nung tinatawag nila as ABP Balcos just said, a short list because sila po ang ka-coordinate namin. So, doon kami nagbabase po. At sa PTV naman, ang PCSO po, meron din kaming pakikipag-unayan. So, yung amin po kasi really hindi po massive, very limited din yung amin pwedeng maitulong with regard to this. So, anyway, we will be coordinating with you, Congressman Emano, lalo lang doon sa sinabi niyong meron na palang natanggap daw na dalawa na o pangatlo na. We will be coordinating with your office po to clarify this matter.
Yeah. Madam Chair, the reason that I was asking for policy, inuulit po ng chairman natin that they are very limited, augmentation lang. The more that we should have a policy para malinaw kung sino talaga yung priority. That was the question na Madam Chair. Para malinaw kung ito lahat, kung may policy. Kasi halimbawa, okay, we give it to DepEd, then DepEd decides who will be given these classrooms. So if the DepEd says, okay, we'll give barangay or municipality or province A this classroom. So yun na yun. Pag sinabi ng DepEd, yun na ba yun? Or that has to go to a deliberation process? Or is there a way where they'll be able to hopefully make it clear and transparent? I thank actually the chairman for his honesty. Clear and transparent way of deciding which and who will be given.
Madam Chair. Yes, kung ano po yung binigay ng DepEd sa amin, especially yung tinatawag na shortlist, we immediately, as identified, let DPWH know na doon pupunta yun. That is my honest answer to Congressman Eman.
You know, earlier, Madam Chair, this is conflicting, Madam Chair. Earlier, the statement was, he gives those projects or funds or number of classrooms to the department and decides. And now he's saying, he give it to them, but they identify. I actually...
Liliwana, if you do not mind, Congressman Eman, I'll just clarify.
Yes, Madam Chair, would be very happy to understand what he's saying.
Ganito po, we have been working with DepEd for the last few months. I think it will be better if AVP Balcos will answer. But sa amin pong pakikipag-usap sa kanila, Congressman Emano, ang priority po talaga ng DepEd, mabigyan ng eskwelahan yung tulay na nangangailangan. Hindi na po namin sinasala yun, hindi na po namin tinitingnan yun. We are highly dependent on the Department of Education. Kaya ito pong unang listahan ay nagmula po sa shortlist nila. Ang tawag po nila ay shortlist. Kumbaga yun po yung nangangailangan kagad. Doon po sa katanungan yung meron bang deliberasyon pa yan? Wala na pong deliberasyon because the idea is really to expedite the construction. Kaya po, tinutulak din namin ng Department of Public Works and Highways dahil sila rin po ang mag-i-implement ng construction site. So, wala pong deliberation na nagaganap, Congressman Emano. Automatic po, pag nanggaling na po sa DepEd shortlist, kagad pong pino-forward na namin yan doon sa DPWH. Yun po ang sitwasyon.
Yeah, actually, Madam Chair, the longer that we ask questions, mas lalo akong nalilito, Madam Chair. Honestly, I do not see a transparent, clear guideline on how we implement these projects, Madam Chair. Yun lang would like to register, Madam Chair, for the policy questions during the second round. But as of now, I'm hoping that by 3 p.m., there will be a guideline or a semblance of a guideline or kahit na lang, parang direction chart na lang. From here, pupunta rito, tapos dito, then ito approve na. Kahit ganun kasimple na lang, kung walang guidelines. Kasi, sa konting, last na lang talaga, Madam Chair, sa konting at saka limited numbers, limited slots, lalong magkakagulo to, Madam Chair, kung walang clear na direction guidelines. Parang the way I look at it and the way I understood is, parang kung gusto namin, kung malakas ka, okay. Parang ganun eh. So it's not fair. So what I'm hoping for is by 3 p.m. before we adjourn or even approve their budget, Madam Chair, that it will be submitted and hopefully will be asked during the second round of this representation, Madam Chair. Would that be possible, Madam Chair?
Okay. Siguro po, Chair Teco, before I
Chairperson Swansing,
Apo.
as I had mentioned earlier, and it was acknowledged by the Congressman, we do not have a formal guideline. We are banking on, let's talk of school buildings, we are banking on the Department of Education to let us know where it is needed, and then we just fund it. We just refer the matter to DPWH. That is how informal it is, Congressman Emano. It really starts
it cannot,
from...
Madam Chair, it cannot be informal when you're talking of funds of the Republic of the Philippines, Madam Chair. It has to be formal. It has to be written. Kahit nga, di ba, local government. When I was mayor, when I was governor, kahit bibili kayo sa simento, dapat may resibo yan eh. And it cannot be informal. It has to be very clear policy, Madam Chair.
I think the person in charge is here now, and he can now brief us on how it starts and where it goes.
That would be very much appreciated, AVP Balcos. If you may please enlighten the body as to the guidelines, the selection criteria, I guess the split in terms of responsibility. Kasi siguro po, medyo dun po siguro lumalabo na at the start of the year, halimbawa po, if PAGCOR determines that you can provide 125 classrooms, do you provide that number to DepEd? So sasabihin niyo po ba sa DepEd, meron kaming maibibigay na 125 classrooms ngayong taon. Pwede ba kayo magbigay ng shortlist na naglalaman ng 125 na classrooms na pinaka nangangailangan? Similarly, for patient transport vehicles, ganun din po ba sa simula ng taon, sasabihin po ng PAGCOR, kaya po namin magbigay ng 200 na mga PTVs ngayong taon. Kakausapin niyo po ba yung PCSO na pwede niyo po bang ibigay yung listahan ng 200 na mga lugar na pwede nating bigyan ng PTV? Siguro yun po yung main point of clarification ni Kong Emano, ni DS Emano, na kanino nang gagaling yung numero na 125 at 200? Kayo ba yung nagsasabi na hanggang dito lang kami, bigyan nyo kami ng listahan DepEd, bigyan nyo kami ng listahan PCSO, or magbibigay ba si PCSO at DepEd ng shortlist at kayo magsasabi, okay, out of the 500 na ninominate nyo, 125 lang yung kaya namin bigyan ng classrooms, or out of the 500 na ninominate nyo para sa PTVs, 200 lang din yung mabibigyan ng classroom. Siguro po, yun ang gusto naming malaman kasi po, mahalaga kasi na as DS Emano said, we're able to allocate resources to where they're most needed. So yun po siguro, sana GIDA o last mile areas yung mabibigyan ng classrooms, or yung PTVs, yung mga munisipyo pa po na wala pang mga PTV o mga ambulansya. So, yun po siguro, if you may please enlighten the body as to the guidelines.
Yeah, and
po.
if I may add, Madam Chair, very short na lang, that earlier it was also mentioned that they have a memorandum of agreement with the Department of Education already. Can we be given a copy of the memorandum of agreement? If they have a memorandum of agreement with the DPWH already, can we be furnished a copy of the memorandum of agreement? If they have a memorandum of agreement of DOH, PCSO, can this committee be furnished, Madam Chair? It would be very easy. If they have, they can only download, Madam Chair. If not, they can have their office send it here, Madam Chair, and have it printed. Would that be possible, Madam Chair?
Chair Tenko, AVP Balcos.
Madam Chair, Congressman Emano, yung sa ano po, yung sa joint memorandum circular, it was a GMC po that was signed between PAGCOR, DepEd, and DPWH, infrastructure projects. Meron po, siguro po, up to this afternoon, we can send a copy of the GMC. Yun po yung signed. When it comes to the infra projects, in addition to what the chairman said po, wala pa nga po tayong nasisimulan for this year. For the we call that the flagship projects of PAGCOR. It all starts with a request naman po.
Yeah, Madam Chair, I very well understand that they're trying to explain, and the more they explain it, Madam Chair, it's getting more difficult to understand. Can they submit it by 3 p.m., Madam Chair, so I can yield my time because other members, dalawang bell na yun, Madam Chair. Baka sabihin nila, ba't si Bambi or si Kong o si DSO, but mas maraming oras sa kanya? It's not fair. Can they just submit by 3 p.m., Madam Chair? I'll be back by 3 p.m. Hopefully, I'll be able to read and ask them questions about what document that they are in possession with as of the moment, Madam Chair. Would that be possible, Madam Chair?
The GMC for the between DepEd, PAGCOR, and DPWH, ma'am, we can send po.
Does that contain the details po requested by DS
Yes,
Emano?
for the infrastructure projects
Yeah,
po.
for
How
PTV, all those I asked earlier, Madam Chair, if possible. Yun na lang, Madam Chair. Ang nahiyan na nga rin ako, Madam Chair. Ang dami nag-aantay eh. Galit na nga na Chairman Dangerous Drugs eh. Oo.
How about the others po? Kasi, do you have joint circulars with the other
Wala
with other
po.
agencies?
Regarding PTVs po, wala kaming JMCs po eh.
Opo, pwede po kahit, as DS Amanda was saying, kahit hindi po formalized, kahit meron lang po some
See, Madam
semblance.
Chair, Madam Chair, last na lang talaga. This answering, naiipit yung boss niya. Hindi na pa rin sagot eh. Sabi meron, kayo sa kanya wala. So, dito na lang Madam Chair, para hindi tayo hahaba. Yung hiningi ko, isubmit. Then I end here, Madam Chair. Thank you. So others will be given opportunity to ask.
Sige po. We'll coordinate, DS ComSec, please coordinate with PAGCOR to make sure that the documents requested by DS Emano are furnished by 3 p.m. today. Siguro po, one point of clarification lang po that I wanted to highlight and emphasize. Kasi po nabanggit po kanina na we will approve the budget of the PAGCOR. Siguro po, very important point of clarification. We are not here today to approve the budget of PAGCOR kasi hindi po natin sila binibigyan ng resources. Actually, they're here in today's hearing as they are a critical funding source for the expenditures as listed on the NEP. So the government does not subsidize PAGCOR. Very important to highlight. And this briefing is to look into PAGCOR's remittances to the Treasury as reflected in the BESF as a funding source for the National Expenditure Program. So ang pinaka-critical po natin na trabaho ngayong araw ay siguraduhin na sapat po. Una, na ibibigay po ng PAGCOR yung kinakailangan nilang i-remit sa national government. At pangalawa po, makita natin, kasabay po nung mga tinalakay natin sa DBCC noong Lunes, na sapat yung funding sources para po mapondohan yung mga expenditures as listed on the NEP. So, yun na po. Wala po tayong aaprobahan ngayong araw
Thank
na
you, Madam
budget
Chair,
ng
and I stand
PAGCOR.
corrected. But I think what I'm asking also is part of our oversight function naman din eh.
We recognize that because on the part,
Yeah.
the Committee on Appropriations is also tasked with making sure that resources are spent accordingly.
Yeah.
The scarce resources that we have.
Yeah, I'll just be back by 3 p.m., Madam Chair, and hopefully the documents will be ready. Again, I thank you and I apologize to some of the members who were waiting, Madam Chair.
Thank you. May we request po, Chair Tenko and AVP Balcos, if we may please request the confirmation of PAGCOR, if we can provide the documents requested by Representative Emano.
Chairperson Swansing, we will provide documents that we have by 3 p.m. The others that we can provide, we're requesting that, as you said, even informal hand, we will provide it the next or by Tuesday, because Monday is a holiday.
Would that be sufficient, Representative Emano? Those that are readily available will be submitted by 3 p.m. The rest by Monday, Tuesday. Holiday po pala sa Monday. Tuesday next week.
That I cannot commit with Madam Chair, only if I see the documents. Then I will be able to comment.
Okay. So, can that be a discussion later on once the PAGCOR has furnished the requested documents?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Representative Emano. Thank you.